It's March 2nd, 2024, just after 5, almost 5:20, I think. And this is going to be another live reading. Maybe a little talk afterwards. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the reading goes. Some days I feel more in sync with what I'm reading than others. Yesterday actually felt pretty good. The day before, not so good. It's hard not to judge. When you write something, you obviously want to give the best presentation capable. And I'm not exactly sure why sometimes my own writing, as far as reading, flows and sometimes it doesn't. When I'm writing it itself, 99% of the time, it's flowing. That's the thing with writing. Reading's a different thing. Reading's more of a performance, even for me, and I'm not trying to present it in any dramatical way other than just reading it. Berdazzle, am I saying that right? And if I'm not saying it right, again, I apologize. Thanks for joining. I'm going to do a live reading from my blog. Yesterday I read something from a year ago. Today I'm going to read this morning's writing. And it is titled Spinning. And you can guess what it's about. It is literally about spinning. It seems that spinning in circles isn't just for children, a pastime of idle days put aside in older years. There were benefits of this playful practice in our developing years, and even now as adults, it offers us many helpful things to consider. Through the years of my yoga practice, I've often incorporated Tibetan energy yoga, what's known as the 5 Tibetans, a series of 5 movements done in a dynamic manner for anywhere to 3 to 21 repetitions, depending on the level of my practice. The series begins with spinning clockwise while maintaining focus on the right middle finger. Oddly, I never questioned why spinning should be included in a routine meant for vitality of mind and body. I just did it, spinning my way through the years. For children, it's playful, as well as helping to improve hand-eye coordination, focus, sense of balance, as well as enhance cognitive development. The many things we did as kids were important to our growth, from going barefoot and playing in the dirt to spinning in tight circles until we collapsed in dizzy delight. This playful behavior served us in so many important ways. Plus, we had fun, not a small thing to overlook through the course of years leading to adulthood. So now I'm spinning again, a practice of my yoga, being a whirling dervish for a few minutes every morning. There are moments during this movement where I feel myself disappear within the motion of the spin. A tight center of awareness remains to witness the world swing by. This alone is worth the practice, an additional meditation serving as a reminder that the world stays in motion without my effort involved, that I am not the doer, but simply a participant in the world. Medically, studies have shown that there are many healthful benefits to this spin. Easing depression, strengthening eyesight, improving complexion, and cleansing the blood. There is also increased blood flow to the brain, which enhances short-term memory, and spatial awareness, which aids in easing high levels of stress. More so, perhaps most importantly, this is practice designed for a subtle energy, an energy program for chakras and awakening to the course of Kundalini traveling through our spine. It leads off the 5 Tibetans for a reason, preparing both mind and body for the other moves ahead. To be honest, I have no idea how much of this is true. There's a great deal I take on faith, trusting the advice of ancient yogis and modern practitioners who swear that this is so. My own practice fills me with delight, and so every morning I find myself spinning as just part of the motion of the world. And that's today's blog. As always, most of my writing can do with a little bit of editing, which I don't do. You would think I would, but I don't. Um, Once I'm done writing. I put it aside, and I'm always open to inspiration and ideas that I jot down, but I don't go back to writing again until the next morning. I reserve that time, that space, as my sacred writing time, my sacred writing opportunity. This is when inspiration arrives to me. But maybe I'll take a few moments later in the day and do some editing. Um, Spinning. Who would have thought? I've practiced the five Tibetans, which are also known as the five Tibetan rites of rejuvenation, for a lot of years. Sometimes I set it aside in my yoga practice. I won't do it for quite some time while I focus on other aspects of my practice. Yoga is always a daily presence. It's my life. It's what I do. Um, but the five Tibetans always make their way back in. And for a little while now, since I injured my back, um, they have been the mainstay of my morning practice. You start with 3 reps, you work your way up to 21. Right now, I'm doing 16 reps, 16 repetitions of each movement. Um, it's a dynamic form of yoga, meaning that you're doing it for repetitions. You're not just holding a posture for a length of time. And the spinning is very interesting because you don't, especially when you're doing it for low repetitions, you don't see much purpose to it. But as the repetitions increase, you feel the energy of the movement. You feel the energy of the spin as well. And I alluded to it here. You disappear within that whirl. There's just emotion. There's no, you feel as if you're the center, but there's no one there to be the center. You're just spinning. And it's not even you. As I said in the essay, there's no doer, which is a line from both the Tao Te Ching and the Bhagavad Gita, where they tell us that there is no doer, there is just the things getting done. There's no actor, there's just action. And it's amazing. This is why the Sufi dervishes will whirl, and not just 21 times, they will do it for minutes, for hours on end, just spinning, 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 because you literally disappear within that motion. You could devote just that spinning without the other of the Tibetan rites in there. And I think, of course, you don't get the full health benefits, but I think you could have an entire spiritual practice. As a matter of fact, I know you could have an entire spiritual practice because that's what the dervishes do. That is their main form of prayer, attaining mystical experiences and vision just through the process of spinning. So that's going to be it for this evening, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Berdazzle, thank you. I appreciate you being here. As always, guys, feel free to leave a comment, ask a question. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I do appreciate it. Thanks. I'll see everyone tomorrow.